What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble a regular Rubik's Cube. Not a Rubik's brand, but like a, this brand. I think it's called Cheap. So, first up, take off the center cap. And then, you want to use a screwdriver to, like this type, to loosen up the screw that's inside. So it's loose enough where you can just take the pieces off, and then you want to move to the rest of your centers, and you want to just, not the centers, take the rest of like the edges off and stuff like that. And so you want to take the rest of the edges and corners off, and this is a bit harder than a magnetic cube because the pieces don't stick together as easily, so it's harder to disassemble and reassemble. But it's still pretty much the same. Dang, my cube is crusty. So, once you've done this, and you're going to want to leave this one semi-unscrewed because it helps you on the very last layer. So, if you're looking to make a force cube, you want to take these two pieces apart, which I'm not going to do because it's kind of hard and it can mess up your cube. But basically what you want to do now is you want to insert like your edges like this, and they'll fit in pretty nicely. So this is like what it'll look like right now, and you just want to do that until you have like your corners and your edges inserted. And to put your corners in, hold on, I gotta move some of these like stray pieces because there's a lot of them. To put your corners in like this, you have this corner that we want to put in. You just gotta slide it in. And sometimes you'll get a thing where the piece falls out of the cube, which is annoying, but it's easily fixable. You just have to place it back in. And you just insert the corners and the edges until you have an entire yellow layer. I like to start with yellow, personally. You don't have to, but I recommend it. It's just easiest, I feel like, to me. So you just keep inserting your corners and edges, and you want to like hold it together because since this is not a magnetic cube, doesn't naturally keep itself together. You want to find your next edge. And no, there's nothing on the camera because it's hard for me. I'm struggling to get a good angle. So you want to insert your next edge, and once you've got like 3 pieces in, it actually is pretty easy to just keep it together. So now you put your next corner in, and when you put a corner in, sometimes another corner might fall out. You just gotta place it back in. So now we have something like this, and now we find our next little piece. Let me just find it. We insert our next edge. Sorry, this is taking me a little long because my thing popped. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now you have pretty much most of the first thing done. So you just want to keep inserting all of your pieces in. And if one of the pieces pops out, make sure you just put it right back in. Okay. So I'm just going to keep inserting my pieces. Okay, so you have something probably like this now. We just gotta insert our last corner by sliding it in. So So I'm just gonna slide my last corner in. So now we have one layer. You keep just like something like this. So now we're gonna put our edges in, and this is really simple. You want your edges that have two colors with no white and no yellow. They shouldn't have yellow because all your yellow ones will be on the bottom layer. And you just slide them in like you slid your corner pieces in on the bottom layer. Like this. And then we're gonna slide our next one in. I'll show you, just slide it in, pretty easy. You make sure that the rest of your cube does not pop while you do this, because if it does, you have to restart the video, okay? So now you have something like this, okay? So we just keep inserting our edges. So, boom, we got another edge inserted. And we're inserting our last edge right now. So now we have two layers. So now we do our white layer. So I like to start with an edge. So I'm just gonna choose this edge, and we just push it into a corner slot, then we slide it over. And for corners, we push it into an edge slot and then slide it over. Now we have something like this, and you make sure that just that it does not come out. So now we are going to insert another edge, again, put it in a corner slot, and then slide it over. And it is kind of hard, but it's really easy. Like, if you're just a beginner and you've never disassembled like a cube before, this might be kind of hard, but once you've done it a few times, it gets really easy. So now you have something like this. So we just continue inserting our edges. And now you have something like this. Now this is the hard part. So we just want to insert a corner right now, just like we did normally. Put it in an edges slot and move it over. And now for this edge, you're like, oh, well, we can't make it into this corner slot. So what are we gonna do? We take our edge piece, like this. We have it in sideways, like we put it in sideways, and then we like twist it into the spot. And this is our last one. So what we want, so our cube is still really loose. So we can just basically slide that corner in. But you do want to tighten it back up, because if you don't, you might just get a cube pop because it's so loose right now. Like you guys can't feel this, but I could just pop this out right now. So that is how you disassemble and reassemble a normal Rubik's Cube. And obviously you want to rescrew this and put your center cap back on. And I hope this video helped you out if you want to disassemble a cube. And if it did, make sure to subscribe and like the video. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.